And now that we just have a moment, we have another time for a thrilling edition of Radioland. And this segment, Antennas That Work. Well, after 6 years and over 2,600 Qso-Vlog setups and recordings, we've worked our way down to those that can really use our help, folks that are running with bad antennas. That is precisely why, many months ago, in addition to my local receiver, I started using 4 geographically chosen Internet SDR receivers. So I know that when my local receiver and all 4 of my SDR receivers are receiving a signal poorly, there are probably antenna issues involved, because I believe a 100-watt transmitter operating generally in the eastern part of the United States should show up at least as a S5 to an S9 somewhere. If you're an S1 everywhere, you're not getting out. And let me repeat that. If you're an S1 everywhere, you're not getting out. So while I can technically set up your transmitter for optimal performance, if you're operating with a poor antenna, you will not be getting out. And radio antenna tuners do not really solve the problem. They only mask the problem so the radio will operate correctly. A bad antenna is still a bad antenna. So now you're on the air with a bad antenna. But the real name of the game is ERP over ADI. How well do you bring your effective radiated power over your area of dominant influence? Which is just a way of asking the question, how well are you getting out into the area you wish to be heard? Now, we can blame poor performance on bad propagation till the cows come home, but if you are an S1 everywhere, you're not getting out. I propose a change in your life, a great answer to an amateur's worst problem. It is the antenna that we've been using over the past 6 years here on Friday afternoons for our KC9VKV Qso-Vlog network. It is the resonant tuned, no SWR, specifically oriented antenna, dipole antenna. Yes, it's a dipole antenna, but a resonant tuned dipole antenna. Look, Ma, no antenna tuner. Because they are tuned, they have no SWR to deal with. You're straight out of your radio, fire to the wire. No conversion loss antenna tuner to deal with. Your max fire to the wire. So if you want to get out, get yourself on the air with a resonant tuned, no SWR, specially oriented dipole antenna. It would be one of the greatest gifts you could give your station operation. And no, we don't sell them, but you can Google plans for free, and they are easy to build. I hope this talk about resonant tuned, no SWR, specifically oriented dipole antennas will at least stir up some interest in building new, more effective antennas. That remains to be seen, though. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to set up, give me a shout.